over to the right-hand side, finds Kenning Tete in acres of space, pings the ball in towards the 18-yard box, full suit, Rao ping back inside again, Wilson!
Iwobi feeds it in for Harry Wilson, back for Alex Iwobi, yes, indeed, 2-0 to Fulham, and what a class goal that is from two class players.
Welcome to your quick fix, your bite-sized edition of Fulham Fix, and you join myself and Felix just, 10-15 minutes after the full-time whistle. We've just beaten, once again at the Cottage, beaten Spurs 2-1, slightly squeaky bum at the end, is that fair to say?
Yeah, do you know what? We should say that a proper series of Fulham fixes coming very soon.
Yes.
So we're going to start doing some quick fixes and games and kind of things, like moving towards that. We've got some great guests, Fulham legends, all that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
But yeah, to answer your question, Ivan, I'm actually I don't know if it's an age thing or a Fulham thing, but I'm finding watching football almost unbearable.
Right, okay.
I find it so tense. Like, even though we're playing liquid football at times,
Yeah.
I'm just I found that borderline unwatchable for the last half an hour because we had so many chances, felt like we dominated the game, and it just felt like there was one way it was going to end up, and that wasn't.
I bet it is an age thing. My dad can't cope.
Really?
So he's 77 now, and he literally, I worry about him.
Yeah,
He's kicking every ball. He's having to leave the room. Yeah, if we watch it at home on the telly, he's out the room most of the time.
I had that tension in me as well, because you feel like as you get older, you should get more perspective, and should be easier to compartmentalize. Oh, it's just going football. I've survived. Whatever happens, we'll be all right. But for some reason, it gets hard. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
So I've really experienced that. But
how is your blood pressure? You all right? Is everything okay?
I could feel my heart beating, especially when the ball fell to Polinia.
Oh man!
And you just feel like in slow motion. So for people will know what happened. But in the last second game, for them leading 2-1, the ball falls to Polinia, the last kick of the game, and it feels like he's going to score. And
I don't know who intercepted that, but
someone threw themselves in front of it.
Yeah,
we'll have to see it back.
And that was the last kick at the moment of the game, wasn't it?
But it felt like you were writing the whole story in your head. Like, of course, Polinia comes back to the Cottage. Of course, he nicks a point for Spurs.
Do you know what I think would have been if he had scored? If he had managed to not celebrate. Because there's no way, he loves Fulham. He loves Fulham. The moment he signed for Spurs, he was back up and here. And,
great reception at Hampstead as well.
Yeah, great reception. Honestly, I genuinely think he has just so much love for Fulham.
Yeah.
And I think, but he's such a passionate guy that I think if he had scored, could he have not celebrated?
No, of course he would have celebrated.
Do you think? I don't know.
Or do you think he would have?
Or would he have done a cess? Just strolled like a boss towards the corner.
I love him though, still one of my favourite.
I do,
yeah.
I mean, he's just wasted in that team, let's be honest. Much like Cess was.
I feel like he could be back at Fulham one day, Polinia.
I think so. Genuinely, when Spurs eventually get relegated.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, man.
But mate, look, as a whole game in itself, just the first thing I want to say is that the combination football that Fulham are playing at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Firstly, I mean, let's go straight to it. Iwobi's goal.
Yeah.
He sent shivers down my spine.
Yeah.
How he side-footed that first time, just sort of floated in. So, we've scored it this season. I can think of 4 or 5 goals off the top of my head.
Yeah.
That are the best Fulham goals I've ever seen.
Yeah. Agreed.
And did you get that as well from your vantage point?
They just seem to be incredible, don't they? If you think of Kevin's goals, Chukwueze, Wilson's, every single goal. Wilson, even today, that was it a first-time volley? I think it was a volley. First-time volley.
Yeah.
I think there was a bounce, and he absolutely. We're not even going to talk about it because he scores a million better goals.
Yeah.
But still unbelievable.
Yeah.
I know. I think you're totally right. I think this is a team that love to score incredible goals.
They really score beautiful goals, and almost it's come about maybe a bit by coincidence. Maybe that's unfair, but because we've had injuries to Muniz and a few players, it feels like that core has have telepathy now. But they've worked out this year with Raul, Wilson.
Yeah.
Smith throwing involves Iwobi, obviously, that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like the counter-attacking football and the football in combination is at times actually breathtaking.
Yeah, honestly, and the one-touch passing as well. I mean, there was a point. I'm trying to remember who it started with. Was it Bob? But it was on the right-hand side. We're attacking. So second half, we're attacking first half. So we're attacking the hammy end. And hang on, is that right?
No, attacking the Putney.
Attacking the Putney end. Sorry. And it started there, and it just seemed to be the most. We seemed to be in trouble, and you're like, "Oh God, we're going to lose the ball here." They're surrounding us, and the way they got out of trouble, a few quick touches, and suddenly we're on the counter, and you're like, "That's unbelievable."
Yeah.
It really is I mean, And it feels like a lot of these players, they're kind of just getting started. You think of like Chuck Wasey, like Bob, like these are all new players, really. You know, they're having their moments out and they're coming together and they're gelling and they're connecting. And it's, I mean, it is, we're being spoilt right now.
Well, I think Marco clearly he wants to have two in every position, doesn't it? And he's actually built to that moment where you do have a second 11, but it's like for like replacement. So you've mentioned Bob and Chuck Wasey, who are unbelievable footballers to have on the periphery of your side. I feel even Chuck Wasey, he's finding his way back into the team, but some of his touches today on the right hand side, it's just a team that like does test your blood pressure, but it's just breathtaking to watch.
I'm slightly because we had so many chances. It didn't necessarily have to be 2-1. I think, you know, if you look at, there was, you know, Bassey chance, and you got Emil Smith-Rowe had a good couple of chances, I think, and you know, on any other day, you think he's probably putting those away. So we could have made our lives a lot easier. You could have been a lot more settled with this. But you've got to admit, there is something about that kind of, you know, last gasp winner, that kind of feeling that we made it just to the end, that is incredibly satisfying.
I don't know why it has to be so stressful. It has to be so stressful every single week.
Yeah.
It's like, I just can't take it.
Yeah.
I don't think we've had just a stress-free. We haven't hardly drawn any games, but do you know what I mean? I can't imagine.
There aren't many, are there, where you've gone, we
floated it.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
in the bag. That's nice and comfortable.
Anyway, 9th in the Prem. West Ham on Wednesday.
Yep.
We can do a few more quick fixes before the series drops.
No, I think so. I think it'd be rude. It would be rude not to. I say West Ham's a big game. 3 home games in a row. Have we got another? I mean, it's an exciting end to the season.
Do you know what I quickly want to say before we go as well? This next series of Fulham Fix, we obviously got lots of Fulham legends in the team at the moment from the past, but we want to interact more with people that love Fulham.
Yes.
Which we obviously have been doing, but there's lots of emails coming into the club about stories associated with Fulham and your love for them. So in this next series, we're going to use a lot of them. We're going to have you on the show. So it's fulhamfix@fulhamfc.com. That email address has been set up specifically for Fulham Fix. And we'll get you on in the next series. We'll either be reading out stories you'll be read on. You can come on the show. So alongside, we won't drop who the legends are, but you can be part of the show as well. And so that could be a beautiful thing of Fix moving forward.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah, it's going to be very special.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
9th in the Prem.
9th in the Prem.
We'll take
3
it.
points.
Come on, Fulham.
Come on.